Gentlemen, let's get real for a moment. Have you ever been with your partner, wanting to make her feel everything, but somehow, no matter what you tried, it just didn't click? You tried to be romantic, attentive, maybe even creative, but she wasn't warming up the way you hoped, and you thought, what am I missing? If that sounds familiar, you are definitely not alone. In fact, almost every man I've worked with has asked me the same question. Dr. Ross, what's the one kind of foreplay that actually works every time? After 12 years as a urologist specializing in men's health, I've seen this question transform from frustration to confidence, from doubt to connection. And today, I'm going to share the truth most men never hear. But stay with me, because halfway through this video, I'm going to reveal a method that's so simple, yet so powerful. It's been called the connection reset. It works because it speaks to how a woman's body and heart actually experience arousal. And when you understand that, everything changes. So hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment telling me where you're watching from. Let's get into it. 1. The hidden problem. Men don't realize they have. Here's what most men never get told. Foreplay isn't a list of moves. It's not about memorizing a routine. It's about sequence, rhythm, and connection. See, most men focus on what to do, but the real secret is in how you do it. And why? Because women's arousal doesn't start in one spot. It starts across her whole body and her mind. When you skip the natural buildup, you're not just missing a step. You're skipping the entire ignition system. And here's something even more important. A woman's body won't respond fully unless she feels emotionally safe and desired. That's why tricks don't work. Connection does. 2. The 4 common mistakes men make during foreplay. Let's clear out the habits that hold you back. The 4 biggest foreplay mistakes that block real intimacy. Mistake number 1, jumping straight to the finale. Many men rush toward the most obvious physical touch, thinking, this is what she wants. But if she's not already aroused, that touch doesn't feel pleasurable. It feels pressured. It's like turning on a car engine when the oil hasn't warmed up yet. It's not ready to flow. Mistake number 2, being too gentle or too mechanical. You've heard be gentle, right? But sometimes gentle becomes hesitant. Too light and it feels like tickling. Too rough and it feels disconnected. Arousal grows from intentional touch, confident, responsive, alive. Mistake number 3, treating massage as the main event. Massage is relaxing. It eases tension, but relaxation isn't the same as desire. If you stay in spa mode, her brain stays calm, not curious. Arousal needs rhythm, contrast, and tension. Mistake number 4, staying in her head. Flirty talk, teasing, mental play, they're great tools. But if you never shift from conversation to sensation, you keep her thinking instead of feeling. And real connection happens when her body and emotions wake up together. Do any of those sound familiar? If so, don't worry. Most men, even confident ones, fall into these traps. Now that you see the roadblocks, let's talk about the bridge. 3. The secret. Full body flow connection. After 12 years of working with couples, there's one form of foreplay I've seen reignite connection almost instantly. It's what I call full body flow. This isn't about one move or one area. It's about using your whole presence, your body, your breath, your focus, to create a continuous flow of contact and connection. Think of it as a dance, not a checklist. When you move over your partner's body, slowly, attentively, purposefully, you send thousands of sensation signals to her brain. Her skin lights up, her nervous system floods with warmth, her mind quiets, and her body starts responding naturally. And here's the biological magic. The skin is the body's largest sensory organ. When you stimulate multiple areas at once, her back, her sides, her hips, her shoulders, her entire system wakes up. Arousal spreads rather than being forced. Emotionally, full body flow tells her, I want all of you, not just one part. She feels desired, safe, and cherished. And that feeling, that safety, is what unlocks passion. 4. How to practice full body flow. Let's break it down step by step so you can apply it naturally without feeling scripted. Step 1. Presence before touch. Before you even begin, slow your breathing. Ground yourself. Look into her eyes, not as a routine, but as a moment. Presence is magnetic. Women feel it instantly. Women. Step 2. Multiple points of contact. Don't rely only on your hands. Use your body, your chest, your arms, your breath. When you connect through multiple points, she feels surrounded, not just touched. That enveloped sensation builds trust and anticipation. Step 3. Vary your pace and pressure. Monotony kills excitement. Alternate between slow and deliberate, then slightly quicker or firmer. It's the contrast that keeps the nervous system alive and curious. Predictable touch fades. Dynamic touch fascinates. Step 4. Follow her responses. Watch her breathing, her muscles, her sounds. If she leans in, deepen what you're doing. If she tenses, slow down. Every body speaks. You just have to listen with your attention. Step 5. Keep it fresh. Even the best connection can feel routine if repeated exactly the same way. So vary positions. Sitting, lying side by side, standing close. Change your rhythm, your focus, your tempo. When you stay playful, it never feels mechanical. 5. The science behind why it works. Let's talk biology for a moment. When you stimulate large areas of skin gently and consistently, your partner's brain releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone, and dopamine, the pleasure chemical. This combination creates both emotional closeness and physical arousal. It's not about being better in bed, it's about being better connected. And connection is what makes intimacy last decades, not months. 6. The emotional shift. Many men, especially as they get older, start to feel anxious about intimacy. They worry that passion has faded or that they've lost their edge. They wonder if their partner still feels desired. Let me tell you something I've learned from thousands of couples. Passion doesn't fade, it falls asleep. And the right kind of connection wakes it up again. I've seen men in their 50s, 60s, even 70s bring back spark and confidence, not through tricks or pills, but through presence and patience. When you slow down and connect, your partner feels safe again. She relaxes, her energy shifts, and suddenly the chemistry you thought was gone comes rushing back. 7. How to strengthen your own body for better connection. Now, some of you might be thinking, Dr. Ross, I love this idea, but what if I struggle with stamina or circulation? That's a fair question, and it's common. As we age, blood flow and nitric oxide levels naturally decrease. That can affect energy, confidence, and yes, performance. Supporting your cardiovascular health naturally can make a huge difference. I often recommend focusing on foods rich in L-citrulline and antioxidants, like watermelon, spinach, and beets. They boost nitric oxide production, which improves circulation everywhere. There are also clinically formulated supplements made from organic watermelon extract that can help support this process. They're safe, natural, and many men notice a real improvement in energy and responsiveness. You'll find my recommended formula linked in the pinned comment below. Remember, improving your health isn't about vanity, it's about vitality. When your body feels alive, your confidence returns, and connection follows naturally. 8. The heart-to-heart moment. Let's pause here. If you're watching this and thinking, I've tried everything, maybe passion just isn't for me anymore, I want to speak directly to you. It is not too late. You are not broken. And your relationship is not past saving. All it takes is a willingness to reconnect, physically, emotionally, and mentally. Small changes lead to massive shifts. You don't have to be 20 again. You just have to be present. I've witnessed couples rediscover intimacy after years apart. The look on their faces, that mix of relief, surprise, and joy, it never gets old. Because it proves one thing: connection doesn't have an expiration date. 9. Bringing it all together. So let's recap. Stop chasing moves. Start creating moments. Remember that arousal begins across the entire body, not in one spot. Avoid the 4 common mistakes: rushing, being too gentle, staying in her head, and relying only on massage. Practice full body flow, the method that engages every sense, builds emotional safety, and ignites physical desire. Focus on your own health, energy, and mindset, because your confidence sets the tone. Do this, and you won't just improve foreplay, you'll transform your entire connection. 10. The closing call to action. Gentlemen, here's the truth. Intimacy isn't about perfection. It's about connection. If you bring presence, curiosity, and care into every touch, you'll create experiences that stay in her memory forever. So, if this message resonated with you, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and tell me in the comments where you're watching from. I love seeing men from all over the world choosing growth, confidence, and connection. Because when you take charge of your health and intimacy, you're not just improving your relationship, you're improving yourself. Remember, age is not the end of passion. With presence, energy, and intention, you can reignite it anytime. I'm Dr. Rabeeca Ross, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay confident, stay connected, and never stop learning what truly brings 2 people closer.